Here is the enlightening truth that will unlock your freedom, your transformation. If you want your life to be different, if you want to feel more calm, more joy, more purpose, confidence, something inside of you has to shift first. Nobody else can do it for you, and continuing to fight against your situation and circumstances isn't the answer either. But if you're anything like me, you didn't know any other way. This is so important for you to understand that the first step, if you want to create positive change, is to shift into an empowered state where we stop fighting our circumstances, we stop blaming, we stop waiting for someone else or something else to change, and we say, it's up to me and I get to choose. Now, if you're hearing this and you feel like you're not quite there yet, that's okay. I can remember so clearly when it dawned on me that I had been living as an innocent victim to my circumstances. I say innocent because I didn't know any better. I didn't know there was any other way to do it. But the awareness is the first step. If you're at that stage of saying, I didn't even know that I had a choice in this and that there's something that I can do about it, and perhaps you are willing, but you just don't know how, then watch the clip that I'm just about to show you. It's from inside of my Soul Space membership, where I share very vulnerably about what it felt like for me when this first dawned on me that I had been living as a victim to my circumstances. I had been unknowingly giving away my power, but how that was the first vital step to my own transformation and to taking my power back. So if you feel like, oh my goodness, this is a confronting truth, I'm not in my power, please know that it's actually a positive thing, because that awareness, even if it feels uncomfortable, is really, really powerful. So watch this short clip from inside of my Soul Space membership and you'll see why.
I can remember when I first learned that I even had a choice. I didn't know that I could choose. I used to be aware that I complained a lot in my mind, and be aware that there was some awareness that my thinking was quite negative, especially if things weren't going the way I wanted them to go. But I just didn't understand because I didn't know how. So if that's you, or if you can recognize this in maybe a past version of yourself, we don't typically grow up learning and understanding, and often the opposite is modeled to us. So we learn to just fight against the way things are, and we strive to control everything out there. And we often slip into either a bit of a control freak or a self-pity, or, a bit of both. For me, it was very confronting when I first realized, because what I realized was that I was so often in this poor me, and I didn't want to be like that. And I didn't want to be a victim to my circumstances, but I was. Without realizing, I was making myself a victim to my circumstances. So if circumstances aren't the way I expected or wanted, I can't be happy. I'm not okay. I didn't know any other way. And so I've often referred to this as you're a totally innocent victim to your circumstances if you're operating like this without knowing. We don't want to be like that. We just didn't learn. So I really remember what a wake-up call it was for me. And then just being like, that's not me. I don't want to be like that. And that's the truth. It's not feeling good because it's not aligned with who you really are. It's not aligned for you. And so it's like, no wonder this has been feeling really awful, and no wonder this feels confronting to discover this, because I've been so out of alignment with my best self, my true self, who I really am. No wonder it doesn't feel good. And so it is actually very often uncomfortable to discover this, but this is what you'll see with empowerment. Discomfort is so often the way through to freedom and empowerment. And it's okay for something to be uncomfortable. It so often leads us to a breakthrough and to our freedom. And as you become empowered more and more, and you start to practice it, and you go, I'm going to start practicing just getting comfortable with discomfort, then you start to realize that you have this awareness that, oh, I'm in the uncomfortable phase right now, but I know that if I can move through this, I have the courage to move through this. Wow, on the other side, it is so awesome. So please know that if you are at the stage of going, I feel like I have been a bit of in a poor me sort of state. I feel like I have been often making myself a victim to my circumstances. I have been in that very sort of judgmental state of being, fighting against the way things are. It's all okay. And it's part of the stages of growth. And we have to have the awareness before we can move forward. And it's also not your fault, because of course you do better when you know differently and when someone shows you how. So I just wanted to share that so that you really understand where I've come from, and that perhaps if you feel in any way like that, or like that was your journey, or maybe recently or maybe now, that you are totally not alone, and it's totally fine. And it's very exciting actually, because you've got this wonderful opening and path in front of you.
So if you have been giving away your power, blaming your circumstances, other people, maybe just stuck in that poor me mode, it's okay. I was there too, but realizing this is the beginning of your freedom. And the turning point is your willingness to come back into your own power and take full personal responsibility for where you want to be, and affirming it's up to me and I get to choose. So if this has landed for you and you are beginning to see that the shift that is needed is going to start from within, then I would love to help you on the next step. Now, my Calm and Happy video series is coming up very soon. Have a look for the link below and register for it. You will not want to miss this. This video series is designed for women like you who are ready to start creating real change from the inside out. In the series, I'll guide you through the foundations of emotional empowerment, inner peace, and connecting with your authentic self in a way that's practical and actually doable. So if you're ready to take your power back, even if you're not sure how yet, this is for you. Look for the link below and sign up, and I can't wait to share this series with you. So remember, wherever you find yourself at, start by being kind and compassionate with yourself, but know that you don't have to stay stuck. You do get to choose.